Boston Bruins are taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs this Wednesday, February the 1st. My name's Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and I've got your free NHL pick on the way. But before I get to it, I've got to remind everyone about my official sponsor, Caesars Sportsbook. They've got a risk-free first bet up to $1,250 for all new accounts. So that means you can drop $10 into the account all the way up to $1,250, and win or lose, it's going right back in your account, along with 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credits. All you got to do is download that Caesars app and then use my promo code WOODFUL. That's how you get hooked up with the Caesars sports betting family. Now, with me today, I've got Terry Edelmann, number 5 at Picks and Parlays in the NHL. How's it going, Terry?
Not too bad. Not a lot of hockey right now.
Yeah.
It is the All-Star weekend coming up on Thursday, so there's basically only a few games each day to choose from. But this is going to be a great game, so I do have a pick that I like in this one.
Well, you know, the Bruins have been my team all season long. That was like my team that I randomly picked to win everything. And I mean, last year I had the Sabres, so I feel like I'm doing better in my picking as far as that goes. We've got this game at basically a pick 'em. We've got a total of 5.5 here. What do you got going on for it, Terry?
Yeah, so something that we've already seen over the last week or so, week and a half, 2 weeks, is teams are going to overtime a lot more than they were previously. We're seeing a lot of close games. Both meetings between these two teams were 1-goal games. Neither went to overtime, but they were 1-goal games. Toronto's gone to overtime in 2 of their last 5. Boston, 1 of their last 5. This is a competitive game between these two division rivals. And I like the draw, which you can get a plus 310. I'd go a little bit smaller than a full unit on this myself when I do draws. But the great thing about that is you can risk less and still win more than a normal unit because it's a plus 310. So something a bit smaller on this one. But the draws, I've cashed 2, 3 in the last week or so. You don't just go crazy betting every game draw, but there are ones like this one, especially a division rivalry, where I think we get a closer game, and I think we could get the overtime in this one.
See that too, because Toronto's a good home team, but Boston's a good road team, especially against the spread. So, I mean, we've got 2 decent, like not just decent, really good teams going head to head. Like you said, it's division. And didn't I overhear you saying that you expect a lot more draws in the upcoming games because we're kind of going into playoff mode right now in the NHL?
Yeah,
right?
a lot of teams are already getting into playoff mode, and we're just past halfway through the season. Usually draw season like this where we get a ton of draws is closer to the end of the season, but we're already seeing it where the draws are increasing. And in this one too, Boston's lost 3 games in a row, so they're going to be hungry to get the win, especially against their division rival. I think we get a 2-2 type game that goes to overtime. And then when it comes to overtime, it's anyone's game. So I think that's why it's a pick 'em, and I think this is a good spot for the draw.
All right, let's rock with that draw, and let's also rock with Terry Edelmann. So head on over to picksandparlays.net, use that promo code NFL. It's going to save you 20% off all of Terry's best bets and premium plays. Get yourself hooked up. Until then, we're going to roll with the draw at plus 310 when Boston plays Toronto on Wednesday night.